Hello and welcome back to King Note Gaming. It is I, King Note, and today we are decorating every single beach on Parfait. You saw the time of the video. It is a lot of builds all at once. So it's going to be interspersed with me explaining the builds and some music, because I don't really want to be talking for like 40 minutes straight, if I'm going to be honest with you, and I don't think you need to hear me talking for that long. I am not that kind of a YouTuber. Anyway, this first little beach here, I made a little sunbathing area. Obviously, we had some beach towels, some places to sit. Come over here, just relax by the ocean. I also make a few custom designs for this video as well, so I hope you'll enjoy that process. One's coming up pretty quick, but I made a lot of things to put on the beach. And of course, I had to put like cute little things like the bird rings and some flamingos. And this is the point where I go in and start creating custom designs. So this first one here, I made a transparent pattern, and I made like some flip-flops to sit on the beach. So it's like somebody left their flip-flops there, and I didn't want to like, drop shoes, because I could, but I just wanted some nice little custom design patterns. I made it in two colors. We have the green one here, and then right afterwards, I basically just copied the pattern and made it into pink sandals instead. So I had two different colorways of it, which I think looks nice together. And then right after I put down the pink sandals design to match the green one over there, now we're going to be working on the tiki bar, which I used a bunch of stalls for it, and this set's actually not a custom design at all. It's actually a standard customization, and I think it looks really nice. So if you're kind of running low on custom design slots, like I know a lot of people do, that's one of like a super cute standard one you can use. And I am someone who doesn't like to fill up my... I could fill up my custom design slots, but not as easily as people who download them, I guess is what I'm going at here. So I just wanted to use something easy and not have to make a design for it. Okay. Anyway, but I really like using stalls as like just like a mini building like this, especially since you can put items on both sides of the stalls, and it just feels like a little beach bar. And I made it like a little tiki bar kind of thing, so you can come over here and get some drinks. And then I'm putting things back behind as well, like the festival garlands, just to kind of make it, like, multi-dimensional. And they're super cute. I love the festival items a lot. But I wanted to make like a little tiki bar on the beach here, so you can come over here, grab some drinks, chill out by the sun. And yeah, surfboards everywhere on the beaches, obviously, because that's a pretty standard item to use on a beach. And between this footage, I obviously went back and forth to Reese and Cyrus, ordering items, etc. So, yeah, I'll just let the footage go for a little bit and let you enjoy the build on its own. now it's time for technically the third custom design of this video. And here I'm just making some little confetti for the ground, just to be cute. So I can put that like places on the beach. And I wanted more rainbows everywhere, so it's a nice little filler pattern that I made. It was pretty easy, you know, just make some like sprinkle shapes. And then I put some shadowing underneath them as well. And it's a pretty simple design, but it works really well for Parfait. And now I am making the diving ramp, which I was super excited for as well. It turns out super cute, and I like being able to just run up and jump off of a cliff, for a lack of a better term, into the water to go diving. It is super fun to run off of. And in the dream address, I also include a diving suit, so if you want to, you can use the diving ramp. And I put it right on the diving ramp, so it's not hard to find or anything. But, yeah, at this point I am putting out pathing where I want the incline to go. And it looks kind of weird on its own as a shape, but it works very well. Here I am going in to grab that incline from Tom Nook, and I decided on doing a white ramp. It's just the cutest, and it makes sense. And moving on, I'm just adding those counter chairs in finally, because I had to order a bunch of them, because I did not have enough. You know, I hoard a lot of items, and I have a bunch of items, and then I run. Where do they go? They get used really fast, so... Anyway, I think this beach bar turned out super cute. I love the, like, standing shop sign as well. And then here is the ramp built. I had to dig up that money spot so I could put designs over it. And I ended up keeping it to make a money tree just because I like decorating with money trees. I think they're fun. And yeah, you could jump off of the end of it. And then here I'm like, wait, I kind of need custom designs for this. So now we're on to the next section with custom designs. I decided to make some plank paths just to match the planks on the ramp, and also just to have planks in general. And I think they turned out super cute. I had to change the saturation on a lot of them just so it looked better. And then this is a trick that I found out. You can actually just move your design and copy it and just make the opposite end of it, which, if you've never used the Move Design tool, it is a game changer with custom designs. And I can't remember where I first saw someone talk about that, but oh, it is so helpful. So, for example, here you can see it extends the planks on the ramp, and I think it turned out super cute. I also use the planks throughout the builds, so you'll see them a lot more, and then I end up making a horizontal and vertical design for the planks. And as always, with everything in my dream addresses, which, yes, the dream address is already out, by the way. But you can download all the designs I made in this build at the Dream address. I'll also include the maker ID as well if you want to just download them if you see something here you like. And I decided to add more Festival garlands because this island needs a million of them. And I think it just looks cute against the ramp. So it's like, hey, come over here and dive off of the area over here. And then I add some other cute little things here as well. I love the Festival drums also. They're super cute. I like the rainbow variation the best. The colored ones are nice as well, but I like how pastel the rainbow ones are. And it just fits really well. Also, I put shell fountains everywhere because they fit very well and they are cute and I like them as well. I think once you really get into the thick of decorating an island, you kind of discover which items you need and which items you're going to be using. But yeah, here I am just adding some more confetti places. You can see some slower footage for a second. And then here, it is time for the rock restaurant build, which I really, really liked this. I'm so glad that I was able to get a big beach rock on this island, because I've always wanted to make a restaurant build on one of these beach rocks, just because they're so big. And it goes through a lot of different iterations in where I put everything here, but it ends up really super nice at the end here. I use one of those serving carts, which I almost never use that item. I know it exists, but I don't know. Tell me in the comments, what items do you almost never use, but you know they exist and you just don't use them? Mine's definitely the serving cart or other. I'm trying to think what else, because there's a whole bunch of items that are super cool. I've just never found a use of using them. And then here I'm using those covered tables, which I customized with that tile design. And it's perfect that there's pink and purple, or sorry, blue and pink ones. And I have the blue and pink tiles. So I think it's just another good use of that design, because it just looks like plaid, which is nice. I think I cut down on the tables. And then, of course, this is a perfect place to show off the any kind of cooking recipe. I don't even know what the theme of this restaurant is, like food-wise. It's just kind of a whatever you want kind of restaurant, I guess. But, it's a representation of a restaurant. It is not truly a working restaurant, and that's because it's an Animal Crossing island. We don't need to get too deep with these things. As long as you can sit down and there's food, it's a restaurant. And now it is time for the sports beach. I took the beach rock at the top of the island, or the top of the map here, to be a little workout area. The whole beach has workout items, but I used 2 of the climbing walls kind of layered, which I think looks really nice. And then, of course, I gotta put confetti everywhere. And then a punching bag, and I put various things on this beach. When I was building it, I had a bunch of palm trees that were not fully grown, but in the final shots you will see with the palm trees fully grown. They just look kind of silly, not fully grown here. And then I gotta pick out the tunes, of course. But I had a lot of fun with this one, actually. I didn't think I would be super into a sports kind of beach, but it was fun to use items I don't usually use. I think that's a good thing about doing a whole bunch of varieties of themes on your islands, is you discover, oh hey, that item actually really works for this build, and I would have never used it otherwise. I think I've never used... Okay, that's not true. I think I've used skateboards before, but they really fit well on this island, and I like the colors they come in. Also the yoga mats. I think this is the first time I've used a yoga mat. I also like the basketball hoop. I've used that on La Cremosa, but it's fun to have that on a beach. Coming on... I don't know how well a basketball would work on a beach, but again, this is make-believe. It's fine. And of course those yoga balls. I think this is the first time I've used those too, so I don't know. It's just really fun, because there's so many items in this game, and often if you get into the trenches of one theme, you don't really use the items you would use on a different theme. You know what I'm saying? It's just cool to be able to be like, oh, I've had this in my storage for years, and I can finally put it on a dream address. Because oftentimes I'll just like, you know, get bored and do a bunch of time traveling and just buy out Nook's Cranny while I'm getting turnip prices or whatever. So I just end up with a bunch of random junk in my storage. And like the ping pong table, I don't think I've used that one before either. But yeah, it turned out really cute. And now for the other big section of beach, I am making a little fishing area. So there's like a fishmonger market where you can come buy freshly caught fish. There's yachts so you can go out boating. It's that kind of a beach area. And I had a lot of fun with this one as well. I think the yacht item is one that I have like always wanted to use but have never had a use for it. And then of course I have a ton of stalls, because of course I'm going to do the same thing, like make little buildings out of stalls. But I wanted to get the yachts like as close to the water as possible in like this little section over here, so it's like people are parking their boats. And I want to have like a little fishing rod here. I end up changing that a little bit later. And the rest of this build is pretty self-explanatory. I'll come back when I end up doing something that I want to explain, I guess, but here I'm just using that same technique that I did with the tiki bar and making little mini buildings out of stalls. And of course I add some music here as well, but I will cut back to when I have something I want to talk about. And now it is time for the art rock, which I was super happy that I was able to make like a painting area on this island, and I really like how it turned out too. So obviously I time traveled a bit because the weather's different, but you know. And I'm using a bunch of extra like art that I have lying around in my storage, and I'm putting out painting sets. So essentially you come out here to this little area on your vacation and you come paint with people, which is super fun. And I really like that the little confetti over here just looks like there's splotches of paint everywhere, and like that paint cans item is super cute too. So yeah, you come over here, look at the ocean, and then do some paintings with people, which was super fun. And I like incorporating artwork onto my islands too. And I kind of extended it down a little bit here. But yeah, it was a lot of fun doing this one. It's a pretty simple build and concept, but I think it turned out really well. And I didn't use every single painting I had, but I had a lot of painting sets. And then I used a lily pad table and a little music player to play KK Lullaby, because I think that'd be super cute over here. Just like a nice, chill area to come over on your vacation on Parfait and paint with some people, because painting's a lot of fun. And then I also extended the area a little bit down because the beach in this area was like super narrow. There's like only one place to go, and I find like the vertical beaches are a little harder to decorate, so I included a couple of statues as you go up. So when you go up to the painting area, you can tell it's the painting area, if that makes sense. It like kind of clues you into what you're getting into. And God, I really like that statue is such a pain to deal with because it's like 1x2, I think, and it's hard to figure out where everything is. everybody, that's just about it. We're almost to the end of the speed build here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. The next video that I'm going to be uploading is going to be the entrance build, and then after that is going to be the Dream Address tour. So be ready for that, and I'll see y'all next time.